Hello everybody, Gliderman here. So today we're going to be looking at border layouts in Java. And the reason I picked border layouts is A, it allows us to move our components around inside our little window, and B, it's the one that I use the most often, and I find it to be incredibly handy. So basically what the border layout is that there's a center area, and then there's a north area, a south area, an east area, and a west area. And you can put panels or buttons or whatever into each of these 5 areas. And depending on their size and the size of the window, they will scale dynamically. So if you had something big and massive in the center, you could put that there, which will be covered in the next episode. And for now, what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be sticking something in the north panel, at the top. So what you need to do is you need to configure your panel that we have here, the main panel, to be with the layout of the border layout. And that may sound a little bit confusing, but not to worry. So you can see we have our main panel here, and our main panel is added just directly to our frame or window. So what we're going to do is we're going to type main panel dot set layout, and you're going to see this layout manager. So we're just going to double click that, and now we're going to type new border layout, just like that. And you're going to see that it pops up a little error, and we just need to import it. So we're going to click that, and then we're going to double click the import. Now it is of a type of border layout. So now we want to put our stuff into the different sections of the border layout panel. So down here, we're going to stick just one of these in for now. I'm just going to come out the other one, the button here, for now, and I'll get to that in just a moment. So we're going to put in a comma, and then type in border layout dot north, which is where we want to put it. So if we just save that and we run that, there will be a little window that pops up. So now we can put text into it. So I can just type whatever I want. You can see that there is, at least currently, no limit. At some point your computer would probably run out of RAM, but I don't think you have to worry about that too much. And you may have noticed that even though we defined the width of the JText field as 10, it still took up the entire area. This is because there is no panel that it's in, and therefore it just takes up all of the room there. And so now we want to add in our button up there as well. And to do that, we're going to do basically the same thing with another border layout. So there's going to be another one nested in here. And we're going to put this area in the center so that as we resize this, as you can see here, it will scale left and right, and then over here we're going to have our button. So let's close that, and then we're going to put this back in for now. So what I like to do up here is I like to nest my JPanels that I'm declaring so that I know where they are going to be. So we know that this is going to be the main panel, and then in the north, which I'm just going to put a little comment there, in the north we're going to have another JPanel, which is going to be north main panel, just like that. And also our north main panel is going to need another panel so that the button is not ridiculously large. So we're going to do another JPanel up here, and so this will go on the east side of that north main panel. So we're going to have JPanel, and we're going to call it button panel, just like that. And to keep things together, we're going to put that little J button indented in for the button panel. And then here, we're just going to indent to there for our field, because that's going into this J panel. And now, to make sure that we don't get confused about where these things are going to go, we're going to add another comment, or actually two more, saying where they're going to go. So this is going to go in the east, and this is going to go in the center. So we're going to have, in the north, this panel here, which is going to hold another panel for the button and the J text field. So, let's get to work on that. So we've got our main panel already created here, and so now we're going to create that north main panel. So we're going to type north main panel, and we're going to assign that to a new J panel, just like that. This is of course going to have another border layout, so we're going to do north main panel dot set layout with another border layout like that. And then we gotta create that button panel real quick. So button panel, assign new J panel, just like that. And then you're gonna see here that we've got our buttons and our J text field, and we're actually just going to cut this and paste it up here above all of our panels. So we're gonna just add a comment here, panel creation, and then content creation. And then down here, we're going to say nesting, where we're nesting all of our panels inside of each other. And it's going to be much easier if we just start over with these two main panels here. So we don't need to touch our main panel getting added to the frame. That will, of course, work. So what we need to do is we need to put our button panel into the north main panel east. So we're going to do north main panel add, and we're just going to use this this method here. So we're just going to say we're going to add the button panel, and then that's going to be border layout dot east, just like that. So now our button panel is added to there. Now we're going to add the J text field to our north main panel. So we're going to do north main panel add, and then we're going to add field, and then we're going to type border layout dot center, so that it's going to be in the center of that panel. I nearly forgot this, but we need to put our button into our button panel. So we're going to call button panel add, and then since this is a generic panel, we're just going to put in button. No need for the border layout there, because it isn't a border layout. Now we're going to put our stuff into our main panel. So we're going to type main panel, and then we're going to add, and then we're going to add our north main panel to the border layout dot north, just like that. And then that will of course get added to our frame. We're not too worried about what we're going to put in the center. That's going to be in the next episode. But now we should be able to save it and then run it, and we should have, yep, we've got our JText field here, and we've got our button here. So now if we can type stuff in, and then of course the click me button will pop up that little J option pane, as you can see down here, with the text that we have in there. If you don't quite want this to be stretching like that, where you can see it's a little bit taller than it was originally, you can wrap that in another panel just like the button as well. And that's actually the reason why I wrapped the button in a panel, because it was going to be stretched all the way to the edge, and I didn't want that. So yeah, that's how we nest panels in there, and pretty good introduction into the border layout. There are of course other layout managers that Java includes, but this is one that I particularly like. So, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!